Okay, we're recording now. Be polite. Hey, back corner, be polite. Okay, all right, so this is 1.2. Data classification.
Do we write this in our notebook?
Yeah, this goes in your notebook. And then we're going to use the flow chart as an additional thing that will help us. Okay, so today is 9/13. So there are two types of data. One is called qualitative. Notice the L, qualitative. And the other is called quantitative. Has anybody seen these words before, qualitative and quantitative? What class have you seen it in, or just in general in your life? Chemistry? Okay. So qualitative answers are attributes, labels, and non-numerical descriptions. So non-numerical descriptions, hey, stop. Non-numerical descriptions are stuff like you're wearing a black shirt. That's a description of you, right? And it's non-numerical. What does numerical mean? Numbers. Attributes are ways you can describe people. Again, these are non-numerical, or describe things. Labels are, could be like your name, or it could be something that's not your name. Anybody think of a label that is like their name, but not their specific name? Something you go by?
Mystery.
I guess. Sure, I mean, that's still your name. Okay, we'll go back to that. How does the government describe you?
Human beings.
People that live in the United States. First, middle, last.
I mean, like, specifically you.
First, middle, last.
Yes, but there are lots of people with your first, middle, and last name. It's a big United States. Social Security number, that is something that's a label. As well as your driver's license number, that's a label. Quantitative are all numerical, that means it's a number, measurements, or counts. It's a number that means something, like has a good reason for it. Here's a number that doesn't mean something. Your social security number. It's just a label. It's not like if you compare your social security number to the person next to you, that if theirs is higher, that means that they're smarter than you. Or it means that you have to stop talking over me, guys, please. It doesn't mean that they're smarter than you. It doesn't mean that they're taller than you. It doesn't even mean that they were born later than you. Like, it has nothing. It's just a number that is associated with you. It's like a serial number or something that is your serial code for the United States. There are lots of numbers that we have that we, can anybody think of a number that you use in high school? That is like a name? What?
Lunch number.
Sure, your lunch number is just to identify you. What else? Your what? Sure, your ID number. Anybody else think of one? What's something that a whole bunch of you go by all the time? You go by specific numbers all the time. No, that means something. That comes after, like, if you're in 9th grade and you graduate, you go to 10th grade, right? It's not like they're like, what grade's next? 582, you know, they come after each other. How about in sports?
Jersey number.
Your jersey number. A lot of you are obsessed with jersey numbers. I mean, how many people in here, out of curiosity, raise your hand if you grabbed a calculator that matches a jersey number.
Oh, LeBron James.
Okay. So these numbers do matter, right? Like they're identifying to us. And if you're on a football team, it's not like they're like, okay, let's line up shortest to tallest. Who's the tallest person? You're number 1 on the team. Number 2 is the next tallest, or so on. Or they like drill you and they're like, okay, who's the best football player? Number 1. You're number 1. Who's the second best player? You're number 2, all the way to 99. Like, that's nothing to do with it. It's just, I think that in football, you told me if I'm wrong, in football they do like say like from this number to this number is a certain position.
Yeah. Well, only for linemen. Everyone else can have whatever number they want.
Which numbers are for linemen?
50 through 79.
50 through 79. Anybody else can have any?
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Is that the same with other sports?
No.
Other sports doesn't
Not
matter.
in high school soccer, but like a lot of professional soccer will do like 1 through 11 for numbers.
Okay.
That's the starters.
Got it. So then it's, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so what we're going to be doing over the next 2 days is classifying stuff by type. Remind me, is it 12 we get out of here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this lesson's going to take 2 days, and you won't have any homework for tonight, so we're going to take our time. All right, so there are 4 levels of measurement. So first, everything can be put into 2 types of data, and then underneath that, there's 4 levels of measurement. Those levels are, the first one is called nominal. Nominal, hey, boys, do not make me say it again. I will ask you to leave my classroom. Okay? Nominal is only qualitative. This is just labels and descriptions. These cannot be ordered. Well, I mean, I guess they could be ordered. Like, I could write all of your names and then put them in alphabetical order, but I'm saying like an order that matters, not like alphabetical, which would just be organization. Like if I take, who's the first name in the alphabet in here? Who's the last name that is A? Anton. Okay. And it's not like they line you up when you're born and they're like, okay, who is the kid with the biggest head? They're going to be the Z's, and the kids with the smallest head will be the A's. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter. It's all based on what your family's name is. So nominal data is only qualitative. And I'm going to go back up under qualitative and write nominal here. All right, next up is ordinal data. Ordinal data can be qualitative or quantitative. And these can be put in order. Or ranked. But we don't necessarily know the difference between them. So here's an example of nominal. Going back, nominal could be like a list of your names. There's an example. Ordinal could be something like the top 5 people winning a race. When you get, I mean, I know the coaches have this data, but when you watch a race and they say this person came in first, this person came in second. Let's say you didn't watch the race. Let's say you just got a list afterwards that said the top 5 people. You know who came in first, right? And you know who came in second. Do you know how far the person came in first compared to the person who came in second?
No.
They could have been a second away. It could have been like an hour, right? Between first and second place. All you know is that it can be ordered. Can anybody think of something that's words that can be ordered that's not alphabetical? Things that make sense to put in a certain order. Think about something where you can go like from smallest to largest or something like that. I mean, just t-shirt sizes would work. Small, medium, large, extra large. It would make no sense if I was like, well, extra large comes first in the alphabet, so that obviously comes first. And, you know, like, it'd make no sense to organize them by alphabet. Okay, next is interval. Interval is probably the hardest one to nail down. This can be ordered